Welcome back, everyone. And today I want to talk about something that I think is pretty important when it comes to Lyme disease or any other autoimmune disease, and that is dealing with the emotional dark side of it. Whether you are still waiting to find answers in a diagnosis or you've been diagnosed with something chronic, regardless, it takes a toll on you emotionally. Now, the biggest thing that I found that was caused by my Lyme disease was just anxiety. And it wasn't that bad, in truth, but that was for me. And the reason it wasn't that bad for me is because, well, I got sick in 2016, and in truth, 2015 was the worst year of my life. I had gone through the mourning of my mother. I went through a breakup with a 5-year-long relationship that I lived with. The person who I lived with, blah, blah, can't speak, me. Oh, by the way, this is Peppy. If you haven't met her, she's wonderful. Anyway, so I want to go through the 3 ways that I overcame my anxiety or any negative feelings that I had. And this was something that I put into practice way before I got sick with Lyme disease. So it's something I'm used to, and it's second nature to me now. But I'll be honest, in the beginning it is hard. It's hard to remind yourself to do it. And I want you to view these as more of stages. So the first one, and I took some notes because I want to make sure I get this right, and I didn't want brain fog to get involved. But the first one is to stop whatever you're doing. When you experience anxiety or you're experiencing this depression or a weight on your chest, these just extraordinarily heavy feelings, stop what you're doing and ask yourself, why do I feel this way? And it could be a number of things. One, you may realize that one of your medications elevates your heart rate, which can mimic anxiety. Or it could be an environmental factor of something someone said to you earlier that day that's not quite processed yet emotionally. It could also be that you have a fear of an upcoming doctor's appointment, or you're tired of feeling tired. But just knowing exactly what's causing that feeling puts you one step ahead of it and puts you in control of where you can take it. The second stage was to immediately switch to solutions. So after, for a long time, when I had been asking myself, okay, what's causing this? All right, now that I know what's causing it, let me break it down and analyze it, and how can I get past this? The second thing that I started to do was immediately switch to a solution. This is really important because this is reprogramming your brain and how you think in general. So, for instance, if I'm preparing to go out and I say I needed to get dressed up for something, and I generally don't have to do that very often. When my huge spike in weight gain happened, that was a challenge. So I'd be trying on these clothes and I would get so upset because nothing fit. So I would try to do what I could, make the best outfit that I can at that moment, and it got me looking pretty creative. And I actually like that style and I still have it. But then I just thought, okay, all right, so tomorrow I need to spend some time either looking online, because there was no way I was going to a store and trying on clothes. I don't have the energy to do that. But yeah, I would go online. I would go on Amazon and I would look for some new clothes, replace some things, and to be safe, I would make sure they were stretchy clothes. And that way, I figured they were gonna fit no matter what. And it worked. So it's just immediately start to think of the solution and not necessarily focus on the problem. Because if you want to say, just losing weight as an example, when you gain weight, whether you're sick or not sick, you want to lose that weight. Well, you're not going to lose it all today. You're not going to lose it all tomorrow. So think of the solution of how you're going to feel better in this moment, because that's going to help carry you forward and help propel you to getting towards whatever your goals are. Now, the third thing is, I think, the most important. And so what I wrote down was, embrace who you are today, envision who you will be tomorrow. This is important because, again, not everyone with chronic illness is able to even in their current situation comprehend moving forward or doing certain things yet. And you know what? To those people, I've been there, and it's okay to not do anything right now. You just focus on you and you pamper yourself. That's what I gotta say. But for those of us that are either managing our diseases, you really have to think, right now, I'm not at the weight I wanna be. You know, I'm not where I wanna be with my career anymore. I left a job I loved because I was so sick. You know, but at the same time, I'm gonna love who I am. Things could get worse. I'm not gonna have fear of that, but I'm not gonna beat myself up for being just who I am right now. As long as I'm living the morals and the ethics that I believe in, and I know I'm taking care of myself to the best of my ability and supporting other people around me, then I'm gonna love that person. And when I speak about envisioning who you will be tomorrow, for example, I really want to do a Spartan race. I've always kind of wanted to do it. And I always thought I was out of shape. And the funny thing was, back in the day, I probably would have done just fine. Now I'm a little afraid because I'm fragile, I have a lot of issues, I still don't know what's wrong with me. But you know what? That's my goal. I want to do that one day. If that means that today, all I do to train is just lift a 2-pound weight while sitting in a chair like this, I'm gonna do it. I want to be that person. I want to give off that energy, especially a person who cares about their body, who loves it even though maybe it's sick, maybe it's broken. And it's my damn broken body, and I'm gonna love it. And I'm gonna work towards being the person that I see myself being. And the truth is, if you can envision what you're gonna do, if you can envision yourself, even if it's so small as just walking to the grocery store. I live in New York, so we have grocery stores in walking distance. But just walking to the grocery store, or getting my house clean, or taking my dog out to the doggy cafe. I'm gonna envision those things. I'm gonna envision them all the time. Because you know what? Eventually your brain's gonna be like, one day you'll wake up and you'll be like, all right, we're gonna try and do this. And maybe you failed the first time, but you did it. You were the person you envisioned. So anyway, these are the things that I really found. As a bonus thing, I would also say, finding a passion project. A friend of mine that I made through a Lyme disease support group, she does sewing, and she makes these really cool things. And it's her passion, and it's really, she can't do it all the time, but it's something that she does when she can. And we, even if we are sick, even if we are disabled, even if we're exhausted, we are still human beings, and accomplishment feels good. So finding anything, it could be, I've painted in the past, I wrote a book, I had a blog, I now have this YouTube channel, and this is my big focus right now. You know, there are things that we can do to feel accomplished. And if doing any of those are too much, I always felt accomplished when I read a book. Read a book. Or, you know, just find something. Start collecting something. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. It's just something that makes you feel accomplished, makes you feel pride, and when you see it, you're really happy. This is all about just changing our mindset to overcome and make it that the next time you get struck with that anxiety or depression or any other dark feeling, it makes it that much easier to manage it. It makes the length of time that you experience it smaller. And that's a huge part of life, is minimizing the negative and really focusing on the positive. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing really well. I'm super excited. This Friday, I am launching my new series, which I hope will be good, and it'll be a weekly series. And I'm gonna let everyone go. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.